OS, salute. Willie Suggs, salute. Boxing good, salute. For shaking my peoples, man. Not Roja, salute. Man, go around him. I get super chats. I ain't even see, man. Salute that H-Town 713. J Max, salute. Stinger in the super chat, salute. I'm getting super chats. I ain't even seeing them. Broner. That's expected, though. That's expected. Real 6, SB90, salute. Chase Money, salute. What's good? What's shaking, my peoples, man? New Fat Boy Fitness, what's good? Salute. Salute. What's shaking? Let a few more people get in here. Smash that like button. And we got 40 people. Let's get 40 likes, man. Cool Key, salute. Pure Pugilist, Noble fan, salute. So anyway, man, let's get into it, man. As we see, YouTube is gonna do some bullshit. So anyway, Anthony Joshua is going to be set to take on. Just come out. They stated that they're getting word that Wilder will be facing Tyson Fury in the rematch. Is the feeling that they're getting, right? And so they're gonna go that route. We already figured and kind of sensed that we knew he was gonna go the route of Dillian Whyte, right? And now, you know, it's kind of like a double confirmation due to the fact that, you know, they feel like Deontay Wilder's going the route of the rematch with Tyson Fury. So Deontay Wilder gonna go the route, the rematch with Tyson Fury, as we expected, right? As should happen, because it's unfinished business, things of that nature. When you got unfinished business in a fight, Baby Love TV, salute. Ty King, Allah, salute. When you get situations like Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and the way it ended, the way the fight ended, right? And the fight ended in controversy, and the way the fight ended, you should get a rematch, right? Because it's unfinished business. So with unfinished business, you should want to get a rematch, right? And it was a hell of a fight. It wasn't like it was a boring fight that put you to sleep. It was a hell of a fight. So with that said, you know, we definitely should get a rematch with that fight, because everybody, if you're a true boxing fan, situation where you don't have a real conclusion to the fight, you know, you want to have a real conclusion to the fight. You see what I'm saying? You want to have a case where there's a time you know who a distinct winner is in that fight, right? So nice, Luke. You don't want to be going on. Let's say Wilder goes on and fights Anthony Joshua, or Fury goes on and fight Joshua. One of them lose, knockout, and their career's never the same. And then we never knew who was the clear winner, who was the distinct winner between Wilder and Fury, right? You don't want that. We want a distinct and direct conclusion to that chapter. Close that chapter before you move on to the next one, right? Close that chapter before you move on to the next one. And that's what we asking from Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. That's why you want to see it, right? Do so non, salute. This is why you want to see a rematch, right? Because you want to see a conclusion to that fight, to that chapter. Close that chapter, right? It's just like when you read a book. You don't read a book and then start jumping chapters because you want to get to the conclusion, to the ending. You sit down and watch a movie, right? If we always state, at least the people I know, right? Most people, right? They'll say, oh man, I ain't like the way that movie ended. It was no real conclusion to it, right? Hands of stone, salute. To this day, yep. You know, you don't like movies where there's no real conclusion to the movie, right? You want a movie where you be like, hey, that when the movie ends good, and you be like, yo, that was good, man. The ending to the movie, there's no real ending, and it leaves you up to the way that movie ended. What would have happened, right? Denard Reed, salute, right? I don't know what happened. They ain't tell us what happened. What happened to this person? What happened to that person, right? That's how we feel when we watch movies with no conclusion, right? And the same goes for the sport of boxing, because it's a mano-a-mano sport. It's one-on-one, right? It's mano-a-mano. So you want to see a clear conclusion. We don't like draws. When fights end in draw, it's controversy. Everybody like, oh, this person really won, that person really won, this person really won, that person really won. It's controversy. Nobody likes that. Everybody wants a clear conclusion so they can brag and boast, oh, my fighter won. Nah, my fighter won. You know what I'm saying? You want to look at the fights and be like, yo, listen, my fighter won. Floyd Mayweather, right? When it was left up to your imagination, when it was left up to opinion, right? What did Floyd Mayweather do? When he fought Jose Luis Castillo the first time, people said, oh, he won, oh, this and this and it. So he went back, did it again, and did it right. Like he always said, do it right the first time so you don't got to go back and do it again, right? It's just like great movies, right? It's sometimes they do it right the first time, and then you don't really want to see it done again, right? There's some movies where people be like, yo, they shouldn't make a new version. You got the conclusion. That's it, right? And so that's what like Floyd Mayweather said, do it right the first time so you don't have to do it again, right? And that's the same with this situation. You understand what I'm saying? So he rematched Marcos Maidana because people it was left to speculation, right? Barton South D-Town, salute. Eugene Williams, salute. Right? And so that's what, smash that like button, man. 65 people here, we should have 65 likes. Ricardo Rimple, salute. Smash the like button. So with that said, right? Anybody that's true boxing fans and not fanboys of somebody else and just want to see their fight doing things of that nature, right? When their fighter do something wrong, instead of them saying that, they go around, right? But nobody's how they don't want to see a rematch because he should just move on to Joshua. But these same people, these same fans, was never saying that when Deontay Wilder was trying to fight Anthony Joshua back in July and August. They was talking about resumes, how much money Joshua earns, the seats he sells out, all of this nonsense, stuff that was null and void, had nothing to do with the fight. This is what they talked about, right? And so now that Deontay Wilder is trying to have a conclusion and close a chapter that he opened, that was a great book, and he want to have a storytell ending to it. Now they want to jump in and try to implement their own storyline in his story, in his history, his story, right? History, his story, right? And so, with that said, right? We need to see a rematch. And if Anthony Joshua is going to move on and fight Dillian Whyte, let it be. Please do so. Go ahead. You understand what I'm saying? Moses Lewis, salute. Right? And so now with that said, right? Now, they done spilled the beans. They coming out in American Patriots 1776, salute. They done come out and now they're saying that, they feeling like, and they're hearing that Joshua and Wilder and Fury is going to rematch. So, but if one of them was to reach out to them, Wilder or Josh or Fury, why didn't you accept it in a heartbeat back in July and August? You should have accepted it in a heartbeat back in July and August. You shouldn't have to wait until now. He got a new dance partner and his future looking brighter without you. The like button. 70 people here. We should have 70 likes. Smash the like button. So with that said, right? So with that said, you know, we should want to see a conclusion of Fury Wilder, since people was running around talking about Fury won the fight hands down. He outboxed him. He boxed his trunks off. It wasn't even close. We should see that. We need to see that rematch. I mean, Fury won hands, they got him, so on and so forth. Okay, if that's the case, if Fury outboxed him and boxed his trunks off and it wasn't even close, then he could do it again. Allow him to do it again, right? Is it that you feel like he got away with one? He got lucky. He got out of there with one. So you don't want to see him go and test his luck again. You want him to take his earnings like a slot machine, right? Don't test your luck. So like a slot machine, they don't want to see Fury test their luck because they don't want to see in reality it's Fury testing his luck. And then Anthony Joshua, see, it's a domino effect. It's a domino effect. And that's what they don't want. They don't want Wilder to be successful against Fury because it has a direct effect on Anthony Joshua and his career. You understand? So this is what people don't want. So this allows you to separate who's actually fans of the sport of boxing and who's fans of Anthony Joshua. And I'm not even of Anthony Joshua. They have some sort of weird fetish. What it is. And so with that said, they try to push it off on us as if we have a weird fetish towards the end, right? You understand what I'm saying? So in all reality, it's them that have this weird fetish towards, because they know it's all directly has an effect on their fetish, Anthony Joshua. And so then it makes them look a certain kind of way, and that's what they don't want. Salute. Hector Morales, salute. So this is what they don't want. This is why you get these detractors coming out and you get these protectors coming out in drones, right? And so now we've been saying this for Tone Banger, salute. We've been saying this forever and a day. Forever and a day. Stephen L. Hawkins, salute. We've been saying this forever and a day that Dillian Whyte is going to be facing Anthony Joshua. We've been saying this in 2018. That you're going to get Dillian Whyte versus Anthony Joshua, 2019 Wembley Stadium, April 13th. We've been saying this forever and a day, right? They didn't want to look predictable. They didn't want to look bad. So they tried to switch the narrative. They tried to make it seem as if, oh, no, that's not the case. We're going to fight Wilder. He don't want to fight. We trying to fight Fury. He don't want to fight. Sounds good. This is why Dillian Whyte getting upset. You have a side girl, right? When you got a side girl and you promising her all this stuff, right? But then your main girl, salute to my brother Easy Money 12217, that super sad. He says sick as but listening in. Salute, bro. Salute, bro. Salute. Appreciate you, man. Feel better, bro. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the donation, bro. Feel better. I hope you feel better. So with that said, right? So with that said, right? You know, you got a side girl. You're telling your side girl all types of stuff. You're gonna marry her. You're gonna do all this stuff, right? You promising her the world. E King Fight News in the building. Salute. Raider Time. Salute. So you promising her all this side girl, all this stuff, right? You're gonna marry her. You're gonna buy her this. You're gonna be with her. You're gonna get a divorce. You know, all of this stuff, right? But now, your wife, your fiance, whoever it be, girlfriend, whomever it be, comes around looking good, right? And they come around looking good, smelling good. You know, they've been in the gym, all types of stuff, right? And so now you look at them, and you like, man, they looking good. So you tell the side girl, listen, you know something? Let me just go clean this up. Let me go get closure. Right? Let me go get closure. Omar Hamilton, salute. Let me go get some closure. But in all reality, you're trying to get with her. Right? But you promised this side girl all of this, the moon and the stars. And now she's expecting the moon and the stars. So now she's causing an uproar. Right? She's throwing a fit. That's what Dillian Whyte is doing. Because she's expecting you to marry her. She's expecting you to settle down with her. Smash that like button. 75 people here, and we don't even got 50 likes. Smash that like button. Let's get them likes up to 100. It's your promise. Even though she knew that you had either a wife, fiance, whomever it may be, right? And so now, Jesus Garcia, salute. Denar Reed, salute. So now what she's doing is, she's like, yo, listen. She's like, now listen. She's causing an uproar. It's like we say with the moon and the sun, right? And the earth. The old earth and the moon and the sun, right? We know that the moon causes uproar. Sean Snowden, salute. At night, it causes an uproar. It throws a fit. Because the moon doesn't have any bearing anymore, any importance on Earth anymore, right? Moon is nothing but a burnt out has-been. That's what the moon is, right? That gives us a reflection off the ocean at night, right? It's just a has-been. That's what the moon is, right? Who that? Salute. So the moon is the old Earth, right? That's causing havoc, just causing chaos, right? See, the sun gives the Earth life. That's your wife, right? It gives you life. The sun, right? Right? Grass, right? Too much of that, but gives grass, gives you energy, melanin, right? When the sun is out, you jump in the ocean is warmer, right? You happier, right? The water is more settled. But when the moon rises and the sun goes down, goes to sleep, the moon comes up, the water's rough, it's dangerous, it's cold, you can't see, your spirits is down. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So it causes chaos because it's causing chaos. Direct rival with the sun. They the yin and the yang, right? And so with that said, and that's Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn in this situation. They see a situation where they didn't expect it to be progress. They didn't expect it to be success there. They expected failure, but it wasn't. It was successful. Kevin Oboya, salute. Tressler Patterson, salute. They didn't expect success. They didn't expect that at all. And so now they living in regret. And they continue to take false steps. And they continue to not prosper, to fall in ditches. Right? That's what continues to happen. So that's what continues to happen. Right? And so they don't want to see Wilder successful. They want to see him fail. Because they built their empire and they used him as a scapegoat. He didn't want to fight. He ain't never earned good money. He ain't never sell out stadiums. He ain't never did pay-per-view. Everything. You never heard anything good come out of that camp. Nothing. You never heard Anthony Joshua speak in Deontay Wilder in high regards. But you hear Deontay Wilder have spoken about Anthony Joshua in high regards. He said that Joshua's a good fighter. He's one of the best. You know, he said that, you know, he wants to see him successful because that's his brother in race. Because it's chaos. And so now they're giving us what we already knew, but they're trying to disguise it. It's a sheep and wolf clothing. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's all it is. They're trying to disguise it. We already knew that we was going to get Dillian Whyte versus Anthony Joshua. This ain't a surprise. But they already knew it. Dillian Whyte already knew it. That's why I just gave you the theory, the scenario of the side girl you promising the world, and then she starts to cause you confusion because you see, just like your girl catch you cheating, right? And she said, your girl catch you cheating, and then she confronts you with your side girl, right? Now when she confronts you with your side girl, 80 people here, and we only got 60 likes. Smash that like button. So then your side girl starts to talk about when your girl there confront, to say, oh, you said you was going to do this. You said you were going to do that. You said you were going, oh, I need to know what I'm going to do. You going to be with me? You going to be with her? What you going to do? Right? Right? And so, Underground Asylum, salute. Salute. So with the side girl, right? So then with your side girl, right, she starts to, what you gonna do? This, and this. She because she really want to be with you, but in return, right, she feeling slighted, right? And that's what's happening with the situation with Dillian Whyte. So Dillian Whyte is throwing a fit. Dillian Whyte is running around, oh, make a fight with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, and they didn't accept. And so with that, he had to resort to plan C. So it's to try to save face. It's to say, we had to resort to plan C because I gave every effort to fight Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, and they didn't want to fight. It was not too salute. When in all reality, he knew it wasn't going to happen. He knew it wasn't going to happen. You understand? And that's why he put his best foot forward, because he knew they already had plans to face each other again. You understand? He already knew that they was going to curse. It was a draw. So they could use him as a scapegoat, but in the same token, right, they're not people going to look at them and say, oh yeah, you see, you tried to make the fight and they ain't won it. See, we know they in minority, right? You get these detractors and protectors that come out and they like, yeah, Deontay Wilder's scared. Deontay Wilder don't want to fight. Yeah, okay. That's not even believable. Anybody with common sense that understand what took place and understand the scenario, you come on. You can't even say it with a straight face. Allah, that's why you don't see any of these dudes that come out with these videos talking about Wilder ducking and all that. You don't see none of their face. Because they can't say it with a straight face. That's why. They can't say it with a straight face. Because they know better than that. They know better than that. Right? So they can't say it with a straight face. That's why you don't see their face. Hot B Brown, salute. That's why you don't see none of their faces. That's why they upright. And you actually know what you're talking about. Solo the Great, salute. And you can say it with a straight face, right? You can show your face. But when you don't, when you spewing nonsense and you know you're not telling the truth, and you know what you're saying is false, right? Then you gotta hide your face. You gotta hide your face. That's what happens. That's what took place in this situation. Hold on, I forgot. I don't even got my car, man. I'll tell my daughter to come get me. Smash that like button, man.
Hello?
I'm ready.
Good. I need the address. I don't know where it is.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All
Get
right.
to.
Shalom is smart, salute. That's why you don't see their faces. Brandon Ivy, salute. Salute, salute. So, that's why we get these dudes coming out. Oh, Deontay Wilder's ducking. Don't see none of their faces. Why we can't see their face? Why you hiding behind the keyboard? I do videos. You see my face, and some you don't see my face, and I do my lives, whatever the moment calls for. Right? But none of these dudes you see their face. None. That's because they can't say it with a straight face. They know what they're saying is nonsense. And so they continue to hide behind the keyboard. Because they know they can't say with a straight, oh, Deontay Wilder's ducking Anthony Joshua. Really? Where was all of these videos when Deontay Wilder was trying to fight him? Salute, T. Whyte, 0786. Salute. Does it really matter? Salute. The fight doctor in the house. Salute. Yeah, so they know they can't say it with a straight face, right? So that's why they hide behind the camera. Kratos Azar, salute. That's why they continue to hide behind the camera. Because they know what they're saying is utter ridiculous. So with that said, they all knew that Dillian Whyte was going to be the opponent. They all knew this, right? This was no this is DeAndre Carey, salute. This is no real puzzle, right? This wasn't a rocket scientist to figure out. This wasn't rocket scientist, right? Rocket scientist. Right? We knew that this was coming. So we knew that this was all coming, right? Damon Hennig, salute. AF Jet 89, salute. AJ's old news. Let's talk about Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, King Kong Ortiz. That's the best. Can't just overlook Anthony Joshua due to the fact that Anthony Joshua we can't overlook Anthony Joshua due to the fact that Anthony Joshua is the unified heavyweight champion. So we can't overlook him because he has 3 of the titles, regardless of we like it or not. He has 3 of the titles. He has 3 of the belts. So if he has 3 of the belts, right? If he has 3 of the belts, then we can't overlook him. Because in order for us to get undisputed champion, we need those titles. We need those belts. You see what I'm saying? Smash that like button. Let's get them likes up. Black Bruce Wayne Jr., salute. So with that said, right, we need those titles to become undisputed. So we can't overlook Anthony Joshua. Can't do it. Yeah, I mean, we already knew the plan was for Anthony Joshua to face Dillian Whyte. We've been saying this for over a year. For over a year, we've been saying this. That Dillian Whyte was going to be. As soon as they announced the fact that Anthony Joshua was going to be fighting April 13th at Wembley Stadium, we already knew the opponent was going to be Dillian Whyte. Once they started promoting and talking about Anthony Joshua really wants to face Dillian Whyte in the rematch. Anthony Joshua really wants to have another domestic bout with him. Anthony Joshua coming out and stating that, Anthony Joshua coming out and saying, if I have to give anybody money, I'm gonna make sure I give it to my own countryman and Dillian Whyte, because he is my countryman. So if how do you sound? How do you sound? How do you sound saying that? How do you sound saying, if I have to give anybody a shot at it, I'm gonna give it to Dillian Whyte because he's my countryman. And if I'm gonna break bread with anybody, I'm gonna break bread with him because he's my countryman. Cash, salute. How do you say that? Hey man, if anybody's I'm on live, I don't want to push him off. He didn't fake call out Luis Ortiz. He didn't fake call out Luis Ortiz. He just mentioned call out Luis Ortiz. He didn't fake call out Luis Ortiz. He mentioned, he was asked about who out of the top fighters, heavyweights, if he can't get Deontay Wilder, who will he choose? And so he said, oh, Ortiz. And he was getting ready to go down the line. George Williams, salute. He was getting ready to go down the line. And somebody tell, if somebody in the building, y'all can let BFTB Boxing know I'm on live. I don't want to push him off. Salute them. So with that said, right? So what that said is, he said that Stanley Bailey, salute, out the building and said, oh, you mentioned Ortiz, Stephen L. Hawkins, salute. Stephen L. Hawkins, Stephen L. Hawkins. They came on, salute, I appreciate it. Stephen L. Keep saying Stephen L. Hawkins. I appreciate you, Stephen L. Hawkins. Main event Mark, salute. So what that said is Ak and Barack, they as soon as he mentioned Ortiz, right, they went and they said immediately, they was like, oh, we never heard you mention Ortiz's name. We ain't never mentioned, oh snap, you mentioned Ortiz's name. We ain't never heard that. So people took that. That's why you see I never made a video about that. You see, I never made a video saying that he called out Luis Ortiz. That's why I never made a video doing that. Because he didn't officially call out Luis Ortiz. He just he was getting ready to go down the line of fighters if it wasn't possible, if he didn't get Wilder and Fury like he was asked. Smash the like buttons, get them likes to 100. So he was getting ready to he was getting ready to say Ortiz. He didn't want to say. And listen to this. Let me give you an example of what he said. They said, who would you fight? Antonio Mendoza, salute. They said, who would you fight? He said Ortiz, Miller, and Whyte. When the architect won, salute. When it's all flipped, it's actually flipped. Pay attention to what he said. Everything is in wordplay. Everything is in wordplay, people. Everything is in wordplay. Pay attention to what he said. It wasn't a coincidence. He said Ortiz, Miller, and Whyte. Well, we know it's the polar opposite, right? It's Whyte, Miller, Ortiz. I'll say it again for y'all. I'm going to say this again for y'all. Just so y'all understand. Christopher West. I'm going to say this again. Everything is in wordplay. Everything in life is in wordplay. Nothing is done most of the time, 9 times out of 10, when you're watching entertainment, when you're watching TV, anything of the sort, anything like that, right? Anything like that. It's all wordplay. You understand? It's not a coincidence. It's not. So he threw out an order. They said, who would you fight you in the fighters? General Squall, salute. Yeah, you know this grind don't stop. I had to get this out real quick. I was trying to wait, man. I was going to go earlier, but my brother BFTB Boxing was on, and he just stayed on. It's Cursor, salute. And I ain't want to, step. We don't do that over here. You understand? So with that said, right, everything is wordplay. I know my brother 7-8 getting ready to come on, but everything is wordplay, right? So you got to look at it like this. Understand, right? They said if you can't get Wilder and Fury, what order? Who would you fight? He said, "Oh, I fight Ortiz, Miller, and Whyte." Right? Stewie Huey, salute. And so you got to think about this. Yeah, Madonna's way out of shape. I seen that. I ain't even worried about that. So he said Ortiz, Miller, and Whyte, right? Ronald Finkley, salute. So think about this. It's all in. That was all wordplay. It's actually in reverse. Sub-Zero, Sub-Zero, salute. It was actually reversed, right? He just flipped it because we know the real order is Whyte, Miller. What Akin Barak did was they jumped out the window. Roy Babineau, salute. No doubt, General Squalls, Gravy Davis, salute. So what Akin Barak did, right, was immediately they jumped on the fact that he mentioned. Now this is nobody even picks this stuff up, right? Malik Omar, salute. Nobody even picks this stuff up, right? The dude said, they said, when he said, oh, we ain't never heard you mention Ortiz's name. Oh, that's big. What? So that means he was avoiding Ortiz, people. Salute to General Squalls in the super chat. That means he was avoiding him. Right? We never heard you mention Ortiz's name. They act like that was a big deal. Why was it a big deal? Antonio Mendoza, salute. Why was it a big deal to mention Ortiz's name? Right? They made it a big deal that he mentioned Luis Ortiz's name. But nobody paid that attention. Everybody said, and then he salute. He really mentioned him. He meant him first, but he really meant he was last. Because we all know that Dillian Whyte is first. It's all wordplay. That was set up. That was staged. Do you not understand that that was staged when he says, oh, they say, oh, if you can't get Whyte, Wilder, and Joshua, right? Who, because we know you're not avoiding, so on and so forth, who would you get? And he says, oh, Ortiz, Miller, and they said, and then he goes Whyte and said, oh wow, Ortiz? We never heard you mention Ortiz. And then he goes, yeah, because you know he's dangerous, this, and this. Right? Or whatever he said. I don't even remember what he said, because when people was making videos and talking about it, I didn't even entertain it. Y'all see, I never made a video about it because it was all wordplay. It was all nonsense, people. It was a ploy. Like I told you, he mentioned Ortiz first when he really meant he was last. He mentioned Whyte last. He really meant he was first. We all knew that. But anybody, if you're a casual boxing fan, right? Of course, you're gonna look at that and say, "Oh, he mentioned Ortiz. He called out Ortiz." That's why you didn't see Luis Ortiz respond to him. And I see my brother Cali say Ortiz's team didn't respond because they knew it wasn't a call out. Everybody jumped in because they said, "Oh, that he mentioned Ortiz's name should not garner any attention. It should not have garnered any attention, but it did. Why did it garner any attention? He should have been calling out Ortiz's name, but just the fact that he mentioned Ortiz's name, it was a big deal to people. Let that sink in, people. The fact that he called Ortiz's name was a big deal. Rico Taylor, salute. But then you get people to actually say, oh, he ain't ducking this person. He'll fight anybody. Wilder ducking him. Wilder fought Ortiz and is willing to fight Ortiz again. Salute to Ricky Samuel in that super chat. He said, blue blood, respect, salute. Peace and blessings to you. Yeah, Stephen and Hawkins. I'm about to get off and go over there 78 as well. Aka Wambute, salute. I was trying to salute Michael Johnson in that super chat. He says Anthony Joshua never brought up Ortiz because AJ knows he was supposed to fight him, and bringing up Ortiz's name does not support matchroom boxing narrative. That's a fact. Yeah, I'm about to go to 7-8 now. That's why I was trying to. My brother BFTB was rolling, and I didn't want to interrupt him. But yo, listen, I'm about to get up off here myself, man. Go check out the brother 7-8 Sports TV. I don't want to step on his toes, man. So I'm gonna go over there, man. Go check out 7A Sports TV, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I'll be back on. I'ma holler at y'all. AZ Landlord, salute. That's a fact. Main Event Mark, salute. Shalom is Mark, salute, peace. Michael James 616, peace. Tawaya Ukawambutu, salute. DeAndre Carey, salute. Bun South D-Town, salute. Sulla the Great, Sulla the General, salute. Antonio Mendoza, salute. American Patriot 1776, salute. Ronald Finkley, salute. Peace and blessings. Get up out of here, man. Tressler Patterson, salute, peace. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy. Blue Blood Sports TV. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know the name. Blue Blood Sports TV. Ain't a damn thing changed. Ricky Samuel, salute. AF Jet 89, salute. Appreciate y'all, man. Let me get up out of here.